out there. We are here in Vancouver on a smoky, hazy day. I think some of the fog is from the fires up in the interior, with a band garnering some great attention for their psyche garage rock sound, reverb-laden psych. This is Alex from the Intelligence Service. Say hi to everybody out there, man.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's great to be here with you. I think,
likewise.
Yeah, we caught you at that Cosmic Garage show. I think was April, maybe March or May, whenever. I have to check the records for that, but it was a good showing. I picked up Transgressors there. That was the release show, right? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
So that's a great place to start with these guys. Who else is in the band? We want to represent them too.
Sure.
So give a shout out to your bandmates first and foremost.
We have Heather Campbell on keyboards and organ, synths.
Which is a big part of the. We just listened to the whole album again on the way here, and I really love the organ stuff.
She's amazing.
Really
she's been making music forever, and she's Nardwuar called her a legend. So
yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So
she's really
stamp.
great. Yeah, absolutely. So Heather, and then she also does backing vocals, and on one track it's like a dual vocal thing. And then we have Sam Dow on bass. He's a really talented bass player and guitar player. Yeah. And Tom was playing drums on that record, and he's from England.
Okay, well.
Yeah, he's a killer drummer.
Nice. And how long have you all been playing together as the unit?
Well, it's interesting because going into recording, Tom was only with us for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I've only been playing guitar for about 2 years. So as I was learning, I was writing the songs, and that became Transgressors.
Yeah. So and where? Oh yeah, because a lot of the melodies, the EP was got turned into.
Yeah. So what happened with melodies was. I wanted to record, right away, the whole idea was to create a record. I really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
My background before was in visual arts and writing, so it was like perfect. I always loved music, especially psych and garage and punk. And so I wanted to create an album which sort of marries all those things together, music, writing, and art. And so right away I went through all my favorite records, and I was like, Chris Woodhouse, and now he was at the top of my list, but it was next to impossible to get a hold of him, right? So I had to go through his manager, and then he has to like your stuff. So we went and did a demo recording, specifically for Chris to listen to hopefully approve us to record us in Sacramento. So Melodies was just a demo tape, and then we were in touch with Sean Borman at Burger Records, and he was like super, helpful, and he's like, well, why don't you put it out on this our sister label Wiener Records as a cassette, and we were like, well, sure, why not, So, that ended up actually getting a lot of traction, all over the place, reviews and all sorts of stuff. Was well received. It was played on KEXP a lot, for instance, and I think Nardwuar played it too on his show. So anyways, whatever. And then we went down, recorded with Chris, and that became the album. So those songs are still on there, but they're totally different recordings.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, the name is Chris Woodhouse. Ty Segall, Fuzz, OCs, Meat Bodies, Destruction Unit, Wand.
A-Frames, Segall.
Such a good. And is he in the band Intelligence? The Intelligence?
No.
Okay, but he's been dealing with them for a long time.
A long time, because Lars Finberg, who was in the OCs early on, he's in the Intelligence, but he's also in Wounded Lion, which I think Chris also recorded. And, Lars Finberg is amazing. He also has a solo album coming out in the Red Records.
In the Red's a good label.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
The Intelligence has a KEXP session. When is yours coming up? I know you have a good relationship with KEXP.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait. We have been played on there, but I don't know how the whole live in session thing is. Well, we'll maybe reach out to them, or maybe they'll reach out to us.
I know they got a new studio there. I saw in the recent ones of this.
So I drew all the artwork here, and this is all done by hand on black carbon paper. and it's Le Corbusier's modular grid, which was a system that he developed to design buildings, furniture, and typography, and all those things. And it's like supposed to be a universal system.
Really?
And you'll see it in all of his architecture and modernist design in general. It uses the golden mean. And so we kind of fucked it up by, like transgressors were fucking up those rules, and that kind of thing. It's supposed to, like he would just freak out over that.
Yeah.
And on the back, that's what typographers use. It's also the golden section, the golden mean, to design fonts and basically design the way that we interact with language, right? With the written word.
And what's the inner? The inner I don't have here, but it's really nice. It's all that red, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're kind of like, I call them like 60s psychedelic flowers.
Yeah.
That's all, so that's a contrast. So this is all done by hand, and then you open it up, and it's like, this
it's all digital.
That's all color, and that's all done digitally.
Okay.
But they're squares within squares, and those are
like
also
fractals almost, right?
Yeah, and then they're like distorted to make flowers. So they're sort of like this inversion of
okay. Well, yeah, it sounds like you're really, you've got this vision, and I wanted to, you were credited with all the artwork and the layout and the songs and the lyrics, so it seems like it's really your baby, and
it is.
You've got this definite...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Heather's like a huge part, like she's also my partner, so it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her, like, because we were at a Wooden Ships concert, and at the Electric Owl. It was a fucking awesome concert. And we're like, fuck, we can do this. I was like, come on. Like, she didn't want to have anything to do with music anymore. She was just like, totally jaded. And she pulled all of her gear out of this producer's studio who was holding it for her. And we started making music, just her and I. I started learning how to like program drums and everything else. And then, then we had a drummer on the melodies. It was an Irish drummer. He was great, Dror. And we got along really well.
Oh yeah, I saw that strange name, Dror Zur or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And so he's actually, that recording is still on this record.
Yeah.
But mixed by Chris Woodhouse.
Okay.
So it's remixed.
Cool.
But
so there you go.
Great. Like,
Intelligence Service was birthed at a Wooden Ships show.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
And then.
Speaking of which, I would assume that it's your biggest show to date in 2 days, opening for Ty Segall, playing with Dopey's Rope. Talk about that. Are you guys pumped as a unit?
Oh yeah, we're super psyched. The way that happened was I was in touch with Michelle Cable, who is she owns and runs Panache Booking, and they do all the booking for like Ty Segall, the OCs, and like all the favorite bands like King Gizzard and so I sent her our record, and then she really liked it, and I said, well, can we open for Ty? And she said, well, I'll send it to Ty for support, to see if for support. So, and then waited a bit, and then she came back and said, yeah, you're good to go. And I was like, holy shit,
wow,
how did that happen? Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was sort of like, please, and it happened.
So that's kind of an interesting inside look that like Ty does have some say in this case, that he literally listened to your stuff and said yes.
Yeah,
so
it seems so.
I think a lot of it might be controlled by promoters for the most part. Sometimes,
it usually is.
That's pretty cool that he actually listened to your stuff and gave the okay. Okay, so the first LP is only months old, and yet you've already announced that you're heading back into the studio within a couple months in September with Chris Woodhouse again.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You recently did a Facebook post that was very, very interesting to me. Anyway, it's I don't want to call it a concept record, but the concept of the record is a sort of psychedelic journey into a girl's mind along the lines of Dante's Inferno, Dante Alighieri, who I've read the book like many times. In fact, visited his birthplace in Italy and everything too. So I'm a big fan of that. So you saying that really perked my ears up, and you yourself had a near-death experience that you're going to draw from also. So touch on all of that and what we can expect in the second LP.
Sure, it was pretty insane, like almost a year ago, not quite, but I was at the top of a mountain, and turns out I was stung by a wasp. Didn't think of anything. I got in the car, I was driving down the mountain, and I blacked out and like hit an oncoming bus, rear-ended several cars, and then crashed into 2 parked cars and pushed them 50 feet forward, and I don't remember anything. And like luckily, it turns out that I was allergic to wasps, and I'd been stung 3 weeks before that. Nothing happened. So, but yeah, I like almost died. I could have killed like tons of people. I was lucky. Like no one died, and I didn't die, and I have all my limbs and everything else. But usually you hear people like who have a near-death experience, or they're like in the hospital or whatever, thinking about, oh man, I should have done this or should have done that. And for me, it was the opposite. I was actually shocked. I was like really happy because I was like, even if I died now, the record's going to be out, and I'm at peace with all my friends and family, and all that stuff. I feel pretty fortunate to have had a good life. So, but yeah, so I nearly died, and I was for several months, not able to do anything. I still played a couple shows, so probably shouldn't have done that. But and so I had a lot of time to think, and I couldn't really write lyrics too much because words were scrambled, and like I had a brain injury. And but out of that came the certain ways of looking at writing and composing a song.
Caught a fish. So out of the brain injury came certain ways of writing and composing a song, like something clicked into the injury?
In a way, like I wanted it to be less, in some ways, like some of the songs to be driven by the drums and the bass. So I started to write bass lines and work with like drum loops and things like that, and work with Tom, and just him and us, on creating a really psychedelic groove that would sort of carry the majority of the song. And I also have less lyrics, but more room for like backing vocals and sounds, synths, and guitar things. So, and I love the OCs. They're like my favorite contemporary band, and I noticed that John does that a lot. It sounds like there's lots going on, but a lot of times he's not even playing the guitar. It's just the drums and the bass that are keeping everything going, and he's singing, right? So there's a lot of that. So there's a lot of space around it. And so the lyrics, when they come, they're like resonant, and they mean something. And so there was that, and I had written some. I've got lots of songs that I'm writing. So there were some that I wanted to use that really good, really catchy, but they're more on the like garage punk rock, kind of song. Really driving. Really, one of the songs is really aggressive. So it started to come together that I wanted to write an 18-minute song that takes up the whole side of a record. And
is it a suite, or does it have distinct 3 different?
Oh, there's parts. It's all composed. Like it's not a jam. It's like all composed. And that song draws on like European Sun from Velvet Underground, but also like noise rock and experimental stuff. You'll hear it when it comes out, but I'm really fucking psychedelic.
Well, I am like, too, so because the other one, the last song on the last album is 14 or so, right? So I love that one maybe the most. So when I heard you're doing an 18-minute jam, so that'll be... show you ever saw?
Oh man. first show I ever saw, probably, oh man, David Bowie, probably, way back in Winnipeg.
Deal. That's a nice. What era is that?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what year.
Winnipeg Bowie.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Okay, well, I think that's a good good first chat with these guys. Intelligence Service, check them out. Oh, you don't even know it's coming out maybe 2018.
Yeah, well, we have that record that we're doing in September,
Yeah.
and we're talking to some labels are talking to us, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
We're looking at touring in 2018 in Europe and down in the States, like down the West Coast, to do some real touring.
Okay.
And then there's going to be another record probably, and we also have, when we recorded with Chris the last time, we had extra songs, so those are slowly going to be
B-sides,
released.
rarities.
Yeah, or singles.
Have you heard Murder of the Universe?
Not yet, no.
Okay, because a lot of what you described for your next record, there's a lot of that imagery. You should check it out, Murder of the Universe. It's kind of like the Monogon Infinity Sessions Part 2.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting to hear what your take on that is. But I think everything's good here, and we'll look forward to seeing you live again. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Intelligence Service. Good. Yeah.